my great honor and pleasure to attend this very important event. Indeed, to me, it's come home. I have the privilege to serve as president of ACAP in 1996 and 1997. It has been a long time. I'm so happy to see so many good friends and also see the futures. So I hope those students listen to my talk after my speech can seriously consider to join the Hon Hai Foxconn. Well, my topic is talk about the journey of accelerating imagination in the era of the AI and digital transformation. Imagination is a special talent for our human beings. People can imagine what you want to be, even you don't have experience.
But with imagination, it's not enough. To a scholar, a teacher, and a business person, I always talk about speed. This is why I use accelerate. And last July, when we have our new graduate join the Foxconn, I delivered in a welcome speech, and I used the title, Accelerating Imagination. Last October 18th, our Hon Hai Technical Day event, the theme of that Technical Day is also accelerating imagination. Today I'm not talking about technology. There are so many experts, like Professor Fang is an expert in AI cybersecurity. I'm not talking about technology. I'm not talking about Foxconn business. But I will show you the journey it happened to myself and the Foxconn. They combined together. I have embraced to have opportunity to cross the academia and the business world. After so many years in teaching research in University of Houston and University of Texas Pan American, now they call the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. I have a chance to join the Foxconn. That time, we only have about 28,000 employees worldwide. One time, when I served the Hon Hai Chief HR Officers, we have 1.5 million employees. So how big is the Foxconn? Last year, we have a revenue, 6.86 trillion NT dollars. So before I continue, let me show you a short video. This video is an event for, Hon Hai Tech Day. And during that day, we invite our representatives across the world. Return to Taipei, serve as a reporter to share their, the first hand of the Foxconn. Return to their hometown and share with our Foxconn colleagues. So they come with, their original voice. So they have Spanish, they have English, and also Chinese. But I would like you to pay attention, our colleague from Ohio, when he talk about AI, what that means from his viewpoint.
tecnologías. Hay super smart cities, smart office, tenemos también semiconductores, lo que son tecnologías innovadoras en cuanto a asistentes virtuales y todo esto.
最让我感到惊艳的一项技术，肯定还是 AI 这一块儿。因为 AI 呢，就像是一座神奇的桥梁，它从生产链然后到产品出去，然后到研发等等的这个过程，到市场，都是由通过 AI 可以把它们完全串联到一块儿的，因为它的市场前景很大。
AI to me is growing rapidly. I think people back where I come from, some people are accepting of it, some people are not. I'm hoping to be able to go back and kind of be that person who tries to influence people to embrace the AI technology more so. I was seeing where AI it's in water treatment systems now. I don't even think people would even think that AI can get into their water treatment, but AI has a place everywhere.
Give you a little bit different view on the Foxconn technology development. This is my personal view. In the era of AI and digital transformation, people still the major roles, and people worry about it. AI or robots may replace some people's job. From our study, if we use the AI right, 80% of our daily job to be replaced or enhanced, assisted by AI and robots. The rest of the 20% still need our humans, talent, humans, intelligence. This is why we believe everybody had to learn the AI with the concept of a human-centric. You can have a company with outstanding performance. However, without humility, without love and care, you cannot be an outstanding company. Our Foxconn good friend, NVIDIA's CEO, Jason Huang, he talked about his opinion about to be an extraordinary company look like.
I think extraordinary things. I think a lot of good things could be made. Good things are made with operational excellence. But you can't make extraordinary things through just operational excellence. And the reason for that is because a lot of the great things in your body of work and the products that you make, the company you created, the organizations you nurtured, it takes loving care. And you can't even put it in words. How do you put loving care in an email? And for people to go, oh, I know exactly what to do. You can't put that in a business process. Loving care.
So when you talk about loving care, and some of the people still mention about Industrial 4.0, the cyber-physical system. However, from 2020, European Union already understand if people keep on promote the Industrial 4.0, we'll keep on wasting our natural resources. That's why they promote the new concept called Industrial 5.0 with 3 pillars: people-centric, resilience, and sustainability. So that is why the Foxconn, we centered the Industrial 5.0 to develop our AI deployment. So I use a Chinese character, Zen. When you see the character, Zen, you see not only our human brain, you also talk about the AI. With the heart, just like Jason Huang mentioned love and care. With the two people marching forward. Among these three different aspects, nowadays we talk about responsible AI robot. And the second aspect, we love to use AI as a tool, robot as a tool, to enhance our argument, our performance. The last thing is coming soon, is the human technology, how to build it up, harmonious partnership. The picture shown on the bottom right is a picture of my student, astronaut Nancy Curry-Gregg, who is now the director for the Texas A&M Space Institute. He also the member of the 9 Texas Space Commissions. And she worked with the robot almost 30-some years ago. So how are you going to build it up? When you have a robot surround you as your co-workers, how to work in a company or factory without a human in the shop floor. So I will show you one video is script by NVIDIA Mr. Jason Huang. He had these videos show last year's Computex. And that is a factory we have in Guadalajara, Mexico. The first one is in Taiwan. We duplicated in Mexico. Then we plan to duplicate around the world. You will see the total different factory.
Demand for NVIDIA accelerated computing is skyrocketing as the world modernizes traditional data centers into generative AI factories. Foxconn, the world's largest electronics manufacturer, is gearing up to meet this demand by building robotic factories with NVIDIA Omniverse and AI. Factory planners use Omniverse to integrate facility and equipment data from leading industry applications like Siemens Teamcenter X and Autodesk Revit. In the digital twin, they optimize floor layout and line configurations and locate optimal camera placements to monitor future operations with NVIDIA Metropolis-powered Vision AI. Virtual integration saves planners on the enormous cost of physical change orders. During construction, the Foxconn teams use the digital twin as the source of truth to communicate and validate accurate equipment layout. The Omniverse digital twin is also the robot gym, where Foxconn developers train and test NVIDIA IISE AI applications for robotic perception and manipulation, and Metropolis AI applications for sensor fusion. In Omniverse, Foxconn simulates 2 robot AIs before deploying runtimes to Jetson computers. On the assembly line, they simulate IISE manipulator libraries and AI models for automated optical inspection for object identification, defect detection, and trajectory planning. To transfer HGX systems to the test pods, they simulate IISE perceptor-powered Ferrobot AMRs as they perceive and move about their environment with 3D mapping and reconstruction. With Omniverse, Foxconn builds their robotic factories that orchestrate robots running on NVIDIA IISE to build NVIDIA AI supercomputers, which in turn train Foxconn's robots.
So that will be our future factory. And after this keynote, I have another section, and I will talk more detail about how we utilize AI factory and digital twin to build up our physical plant. Well, this slide basically shows you why we set up our 5 years strategic plan for our future growth and development. And just like we want to have our company to be last forever. And last year we just celebrated our 50 years anniversary. We still a very young company. However, we just like you plant a tree. Without the good soil, without the root in the very deep, have nutrition, and have a very solid track, then you cannot have a fruit. So in Foxconn, now I kind of resume my own responsibility as my old job back to University of Houston. I'm more like a professor. I've been in charge for Apple account, Amazon account, and all kind of business. But I told my founder and current president, I want to resume my old job to develop, train our future growth. The most important ingredient is talent. So I pretty much set up a training development organization we call the Foxconn University. People ask me where the campus is located. Physically, I located in Shenzhen, China. Virtually, it located everywhere among 233 major campuses in the world. Houston is one of our 233 campuses. And five years ago, our current president, Mr. Yang Liu, set up 5 years plan, strategic plan. We try to transform from our labor-intensive manufacturing operation into the platform service provider. And so we have 3 major transformation steps. The first one is Foxconn 1.0. It tries to optimize our existing business. The second step is try to link with the digital transformation. The third one is try to cap the opportunity for the future business. We have 3 criteria to select what we want to be in the future. The first one, the world market is big enough. The second, the growth rate, annual growth rate will be 2-digit continuously in next 5 to 10 years. The third criteria we use is try to take advantage for our core competency of the Hon-Hai Foxconn. Under these 3 criteria, we select 3 future industries: EV, digital health, and robotics. Under the current schedule, next year, you should be able to see our EV in the United States. With under which brand, just wait and see. Okay? Just recently, we just announced we will help Mitsubishi to build their own EV. We believe in the future, those traditional automobile companies cannot afford to handle all the operations by themselves. They have to concentrate, focus on their product design, marketing, etc. The manufacturing, they have to give the professionally manufacturer. That is Foxconn. So we believe in the future we will be the top 3 EV automobile company in the world, and we hope it comes pretty soon. So our chairman Yang Liu already announced. Pretty soon we're going to announce the second partner. Still come from Japan, one of the major Japan traditional automobile company will partner with us. So they will, just like in the past, partner with Honghai Foxconn. I told Kenny, his talk remind me December 29th, 2000. It was my first time I am with my colleague. We delivered a 7 billion outsourcing proposal to Compaq. Ask them to concentrate their product and marketing and service. Give all the assembly, give all the manufacturing to Foxconn. This is why we have our facility in the Fulbright, okay? And I told, Ken and later I will show you the first layout of our Houston facility. That was my design 25 years ago. Then of course, with the advance of our 3 and 3 initiative, we go to a 3 and 3 and 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3. That means we will become a smart platform service provider. That is smart manufacturing, smart EV, and smart city. And I'm not only promote the industrial and system engineering in Foxconn. Every occasion, I'm also trying to promote what I learn, what I teach, what I study with my majors, industrial and system engineering, to other companies. I'm probably the first person to introduce what is IE supply chain to Huawei. And I'm also the first one to introduce what is the corporate social responsibility, nowadays we call the ESG, to Huawei. Then, a few days ago, I was in Atlanta to attend the IISE annual conference. One of the keynote speakers is the director of industrial and system engineering at Chick-fil-A. You might see Chick-fil-A, why they need the IE system engineering. They even talk about how they do the AI and digital transformation. How the AI and digital transformation robot help them to provide much better service to their customers. They also talk about Industry 5.0. So that is very interesting, to see AI and digital transformation robot have been applied to almost every industry. We are talking about journey. And as the Steve introduced me, I used to be the colleague at the University of Houston. I joined the faculty in 1986 in the Department of Industrial Engineering. Now they call it Industrial System Engineering. This is the note I used in the 1990s. Talk about intelligent manufacturing system. All the theme and the concept I taught in 1990, still the same topic we are discussing nowadays. The only difference is technology, exponentially developed so fast. For example, computing cost, computing speed. We from the central control to cloud computing to the edge computing. So that is the one I taught. And you can see the bottom central. When I told my students what is industrial intelligence, I talk about they can apply almost every area. So I call the applied AI. Divided into the 3 different major domains: natural language processing, robotics, and the expert system. Nowadays, we have a ChatGPT, we have DeepSeek. Those are basically natural language processing. And 94 and 95, I hosted two international conference in expert system and AI applications. At that time, I promote my own concept. IE plus IT become a DT. Intelligent engineering in the production line, in the shop floor, collect all kind of different data. And IT collect the data and make it a system. So I call it data technology. Technology DT plus cognitive information processing. That is what I mean is AI. So that is the concept I keep on preaching. Okay, people have different opinion, different definition. Anyway, so one of the application I use this in Toyota's automobile air condition compressors. And when I look at this material, I feel a kind of an advance. 30 years. This is a syllabus I used in spring semester of 1990. I have a group project. I asked group project to solve these 5 different problems. For example, the first group, I asked my student, what is the biggest problem in manufacturing today? And how will we think about this problem 20 years from now? How to solve this? This is their term project. So that's 1990, 20 years after that is 2010. Now it's 2025. Then look at the group 5. Design an intelligent manufacturing system in the Earth and the lunar base. The reason I choose this topic is because the course I offer is at our University of Houston Carolina campus. Most of my students, they are either the employee from NASA or from their contract. This is why I ask them to, take their job, use their imagination to see in the future when we have a base in lunar and moon. How are you going to, make the base not just for the tourist reason, not just for the natural resource reason. We can also live and work in there. This is another syllabus on the 4th semester 1993. You can see I talk about industrial robotics. I'm talking about integrated manufacturing planning and control. Also talk about AI in manufacturing planning and control. So I never imagined when I was at my PhD study, we studied the AI expert system. When I had UH, I taught the AI expert system, robotic and automation. Nowadays, I'm really involved the AI robotic trend development and applications. So that's why I say I'm lucky and blessed to be able to have an opportunity to integrate what the theory and the practice together. This is another story. I was invited by our founder, Mr. Terry Wong, to deliver my first speech in Shenzhen on December 15, year 2000. That time, I talked about how the Foxconn Home High to become a world-class manufacturer. What are the characteristics of the world-class manufacturer. And I told all the audience, include Mr. Rigo, they have several characteristics of the world-class manufacturing. One of that is you need to have industrial engineering. Of course, that's my major, my profession. And he buy it. Okay? Since then, I continue to promote the industrial engineering in Foxconn and in China. The bottom picture was the first factory we manufacturing the compact PC in our Fallbrook Drive in Houston. That is the pictures. People ask me, why you are the current government policy push you to relocate in Mexico, in India, or the other country? The answer is no. We have been explored in the opportunity around the world, include the Mexico, include United States, etc. You can see in September 3rd, 2002, that's my report to my chairman about the Mexico staff recruitment. Today I'm doing the same. I'm trying to do the recruitment for our Houston operations. And our vision at that time is we want to become the #1 world-class OEM or ODM logistics service providers. How about the Vietnam? We also started Vietnam very early. Those were the pictures. I hosted the training course for those our colleagues came from the Vietnam. And some of my previous students still work with Foxconn nowadays. At that time, I'm talking about 3E: efficiency, effectiveness, and effectiveness. How big the Foxconn? Nowadays, we have 233 campuses and offices, major, I'm talking about major, in 24 countries and all area around the world. 54 in Asia, 54 in America, 12 in Europe, 12 in India, and 1 in North Africa. And of course, we have 5 major categories of our product and service. Smart consumer electronic, cloud and networking, computing product, component, and the EV. And last year, based on the $180 to 31, that ratios, we have $208 billion US revenue, and our market cap is $160 billion US dollars. So I will show you a short videos about the Foxconn.
Foxconn, technology group established in Taiwan in 1974 and invested in mainland China in 1988. In Chinese mainland, it has established more than 40 science parks and R&D bases and has 205 factories, offices in 24 countries, regions around the world. Listed in Global Fortune 500 since 2005, ranked 32 T8 for 2024. Cooperation with countless world-class high-tech brands produces 40% of world's electronics products. As the top technology service integrator with the largest scale, the most chains, and the strongest intensiveness in the history of China's reform and opening up industry. Employing over 900,000 people and possessing top-tier customers, Foxconn has fully embraced 3+3 as an important long-term development strategy. 3 major future industries: electric vehicles, digital health, robotics, highly compatible with the group's own industrial experience and advantages. 3 critical technologies: artificial intelligence, semiconductors and next-generation communications lead development to provide core competitiveness for the company's 3 major industries. Foxconn has the capabilities including the design, research and development, patents, supply chain, and intelligent manufacturing, massive industrial data resources, and comprehensive data storage and analysis systems. The industrial chain of Foxconn's intelligent manufacturing system centered on the industrial internet platform has been established. Collaborative innovative development and lighthouse efficiency can be used to accelerate the large-scale production. Foxconn represents the top-level lighthouse factory cluster in the field of intelligent manufacturing. The technologies including the digitization, automation, and intelligence have been adopted to shape a new ecosystem for industrial construction and give a new impetus to the intelligent manufacturing. Establishing the Hanhai Research Institute, with its 5 research centers of artificial intelligence, semiconductors, next-generation communications, information security and quantum computing, and trapped ion quantum computing laboratory. Lay out the technology and solutions required for the new industries, products, and processes in the next 5 years, utilizing innovative technologies to create a smart home ecosystem and reshape human lifestyles, to jointly create comprehensive intelligent lifestyles with global bellwether customers, rational planning and complementary improvement in the technology industrial park, rich and colorful life, unique cultural and entertainment activities, ample benefits, standardized and reasonable career management system, a complete range of categories, integrated industry study learning with vocational education system. Foxconn spares no effort in building corporate culture, employee care and talent cultivation, so as to inject warmer, more scientific and harmonious energy into Foxconn in the new era and provide a happier, healthier and more forward-looking environment for the new generation of Foxconn staffs. At the same time, Foxconn vigorously promotes the dual energy growth of nucleus plus ESG, reconstructs the closed loop of internal management on the basis of emphasizing environmental protection, social responsibility and corporate governance, thus gradually improving the level and performance of sustainable development. Since its establishment, Foxconn has always insisted on innovation, constantly explored new fields and actively embraced new challenges, thus completing the transformation from status quo optimization to digital transformation. Ultimately, the company will transform and upgrade toward an ideal form for all walks of life, setting off a wave of science and technology that amazes the world. Technology leads to smarter lifestyles. Dedication leads to sustainable development, joining hands to create a better future.
Well, I hope these new videos about Foxconn give you a different image about our assembly. Foxconn has changed, has transformed. Well, the rest of second part of my presentation, I will briefly show you what is our AI deployment. And I believe we are the most comprehensive in AI deployment. And I'm going to use several slides to share with you what is our strategy and our activity and necessity. The first, we build up the new smart factory by using robot and AI. As you see from the Chen Huang's videos about our factory in Guatemala, Mexico, you can see in the shop floor, you see nobody there. All our engineering technicians are behind the scene. So we set it up, the AI factory, and we set it up the smart manufacturing platform, and we'll use the automated robot in order to deal with complicated production line tests also to manage complex work and to interactive working with the factory level system, especially the shop system in the production line. When you manufacturing the assembly, the iPhone, then you probably have to around 250 meters long, the whole production line. And they create so many data in the production, including quality, including tech time, etc. So every day we create billions data, and billion data, how to convert into the intelligence, convert into the know-how. That is the big opportunity for Foxconn. So we are very confident in the future we will continue to lead the smart world, not only for the smart manufacturing, not only about smart transportation, also the smart city deal with our daily life. And we power by the AI factory. People may see what is the AI factory means. You can consider AI factory is the full of the intelligence data. So we talk about data center. Now we talk about AI factory. Okay? So all kind, the data center with our computing power. Just like nowadays, we utilize NVIDIA's GB272. That baby costs $3 million per piece. Okay? Then we put it together to create one in Kaohsiung for our computing center with a partnership with NVIDIA. Hong Hai is working with the Taiwan government to develop the Taiwan data center we call the AI factory. Of course, in order to support these three smart platforms, we start from our key component and our module, assembly, and the IC and software. We have a very strong IC design group. Actually, it's our subsidiary company, LIST. And we specialize in the small IC design for EV, for the components, for computer. Then the second deployment, we talk about how the AI robot apply these three smart platforms, smart manufacturing, smart EV, and smart city. You can see we have the general development platform and simulation in the middle. And we also utilize our Gen AI, and we integrate our production manufacturing platform with data. So that becomes the core, becomes the heart of the brand for our future three smart platform. Then, we are the most comprehensive AI data center solution. Not only have an AI key component, we also provide the AI key module and board, and AI server and a rack. And 2010, when I was still in charge of our wireless operation in Mexico, that was the first time we have an AI server rack assembly over the Mexico. So that would be very natural. When we have the AI server rack or AI server, assemble and manufacturing in Mexico or even in the United States, especially in Houston. Because most of my colleagues at that time, they are still with the company. Then of course, you talk about high performance switch, liquid cooling technology. This is our patents in our technology. because when you have the AI server without the liquid cooling system, it is not going to work. And of course, AI data center. Then of course, we are the leading server manufacturers. Nowadays, actually, our market share in the AI server around the world is more than 40%. So 40% of our occupancy rate of the AI servers from Foxconn home hub. Then we work with our clients, especially NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, etc. We develop AI hardware and software. We are also the first company to deliver the NVIDIA GB200. And we believe we will be the first one to deliver the NVIDIA's GB300. Then our AI server key advantage include we have very strong R&D capability, and we have a digital manufacturing architecture, vertical integration for our supply chain, and strong and very friendly customer relations, and our global footprint among us 233 campus and office around the 24 country and area. And Jason Huang of the NVIDIA talked about, sovereign AI. Our chairman, Yang Liu, talked about sovereign server. That means every country or every major company, you have to have your own sovereign AI. And you also have to have your own sovereign server. So we believe in the future, in the AI business, hardware will have a more percentage than the software. This is why we believe the cap rate is 42%, even higher. And last year, although we expect we have a more than 40% rate, now we already achieved that. Then we have our very comprehensive AI lab. Not only started from the GPU clusters. In the past, we talked about CPU. Now, NVIDIA talked about GPU. Then recently, we talked about GPU cluster. And last month, Jason Huang of NVIDIA talked about after GPU, will come out the QPU. Quantum Q is quantum. So the age or era of computing, quantum computing is coming maybe faster than you expected. Then of course, we have platform optimization. Then we build up the whole AI ecosystem to meet every customer their own special needs. We try to, become the major service provider for the comprehensive smart living. So since 19, we have a 3+3 strategy. And you can see we have an EV. Now if you visit Taipei, especially in Kaohsiung, you will see our e-bus. Okay, it's still running. When we have an e-bus running on the street of the city of Taiwan, Taipei, Kaohsiung, etc., we collect lots of the data. So the city government and town government talk with us. How are we going to convert those data you collect become, the insight to provide a better service to the citizens of Taiwan. That is why we have smart city. We not only work in the Taiwan government, we also work with the city or state of Mexico in other countries. So we provide the whole smart platform to the company and the countries. When we have Jason Wang to show up the second, Hong Hai Tech Day in 23. Before the Tech Day, our chairman Yang Liu and Jason Wang in the conference room, and Jason had drawing this sketch. He tried to explain how NVIDIA can team with Taiwan, especially team with Foxconn, to make our smart platform feasible and deployable. So that is why this sketch look like. For example, you have NVIDIA's origin, and we have also our automobile fleet. Then, with the data from NVIDIA's server, then we come up the data, go to our AI factory. Then this is our smart factory platform. We divide our corporate central, and we also have business group and business unit. In our Foxconn Hong Hai Group Central, we want to have a super brain. We can collect and analyze all the data generated daily in terms of the number of billions. Then we also have an app store to convert our daily application, our successful benchmark case into the app store. So all our colleagues around the world, they can go to our app store to select the case study or benchmark or the tool they are looking for. Then of course, we have the three different platforms, SaaS, PaaS, and IISE. Then with the one we have in the corporate central, then we have our local BZBU, the BZ brand, and communicate, interact with our Foxconn super brand in different intelligent tokens. Then of course, in our BZ, in the operation shop floor, we have a different operation system, include the MES, talk about APS, and product scheduling, and talk about warehouse management system, etc. So with this one, we create in the central, we have a smart manufacturing platform. Then in the BZ, in the site, we have site production. Then of course, the Dr. Stefan's specialty, security. You can imagine that we have our operation in 24 countries in area. Then we have more than 50 years manufacturing and service experiences. Then we have so many different factories worldwide. Then we have technician and employee recently around like 600,000 to 900,000 worldwide. So you cannot just simply imagine how much impact can this super brain when they unlock it. When you have all the data come equipment, when you have data from manufacturing expertise, with our knowledge know-how and our production plan, then we try to set it up a system we can unlock all the potential for the Gen AI. And we call it, this initiative is Genesis. And I will show you the short statement about what is the Genesis.
Foxconn has pioneered large-scale manufacturing for over 50 years. With 205 factories across 20 countries and over 900,000 employees, Foxconn generates an unparalleled amount of data every second. Going forward, we will use AI to aggregate knowledge and empower our human technicians to achieve higher efficiency. We call this initiative Genesis. Our goal is to develop factories that are autonomous, scalable, and learning. We are poised to lead the charge alongside our partners to overcome obstacles and to set new standards. We invite you to see our progress and innovation firsthand in today's Han High Tech Day.
There are three major key things of the AI factory. First, just show in the fields, autonomous. So you can advance the factory automation with closed-loop management system. The second key thing will be scalable. You can replicate the global operational excellence across all locations. Then the learning is rapid self-employed, evolved, and continuous improvement. So those are the key theme of our Genesis Future Factory. Then we have four major pillars for the Genesis. Just as I mentioned earlier, we have a central app store. Then we also have IT OT architecture design. Then we have a token, and we also have our own ecosystem. Currently, Genesis ecosystem is partnered with NVIDIA, Siemens, and Intrinsic. These two slides basically just show you how our smart factory, our Genesis, has been implemented the different areas in our Foxconn operation. For example, in quality, we AOI equipped with the AI effects during our inspection molding process by analyzing image, improve quality by 20 to 30%. Then we also AI generate synthetic image data to be used to train AOI system, improve defect detection with limited real examples. So we can use this to prevent the defect from happening. The best idea for quality management is prevent the defect from happening. The second is unfortunately, when defect happens, you'll be able to identify. Then of course, the worst one is you'll be able to improve or repair. And use this impair experience to learn it, to prevent the future defect. Then of course, the supply chain related talk about automatic production scheduling. You talk about our virtual factory. Then manufacturing, we have applied to the setup. We apply to the motion detection. We also embody our AI AI simulation. So every time when we have automation deployed, we run the simulation. We use the one I just showed you in the videos. Of course, when we want to improve our new facility worldwide, one of the challenges is equipment. When you install equipment, you need to fine-tune equipment. And very few talents are capable of doing this. So we need to utilize our AI, be able to help to train technician or engineering to fine-tune the equipment. For example, we put our humanoid robot, in Houston or in the other countries. We'll be able to set it up pretty soon. Otherwise, we lose our production time. Time is money. So that is why we use our Genesis to solve the problem, to conduct the predictive maintenance. Because once the machine shut down, it's too late. So we need to be able to predict when we need to have maintenance. Not too soon, not too late. Of course, Gen AI Copilot. Then this is the guideline when we build up the IT, OT, architecture. For example, distributed learning, simulation assist AI, integrate factory module, automatic deployment, and interoperability, and modulability, and cyber security. So that is the guideline. We put it up to guide all the engineering development in Foxconn to develop AI-related system. Well, this is my old job. My job at the University of Houston and the University of Texas, Tennessee. I was a professor, although I became an administrator. But we all know, when we have an AI deployment, when we have our operation worldwide, we need a talent. During our business seminar before the lunch, our division director talked about we want to recruit our business from Taiwan. One of the major considerations is talent. The talent, of course, you can recruit, but in order to keep our know-how intelligence inside, we need to cultivate our own internal talent. This is why I designed and come up the Foxconn we call the Home Food Talent Development Layers. Start from the new employer, the entry engineering, to the basic level, middle to senior level, the business leader, and our vice president or above. I have a different layer, totally 7 different layers of the layers for our training development. And each layer we have the core courses. We wanted our leader of college to learn. For example, we have the strategic decision maker. We wanted our students, our top managers, to know what will be reshape our corporate cultures, what will be our new strategic mindset, and how it continue to evolve our organization, and of course, empowerment and the business concept. Then, every courses we have in a term project, just like the one I have when I was in University of Houston. I have a term project, so we call the Kaizen project. The Kaizen project we have in a 3 pillars with the 2 core. 3 pillars. First one is every Kaizen project you need to have a theory or algorithm. The second pillar, you need to have experiment design or natural experiment. Then the third pillar is talk about simulation, rapid prototyping, to run the what-if analysis. 2 core concept component is you need to be able to reach your original design goal in terms of efficiency, effectiveness, and effect. Then of course, with this progress, you'll be able to standardize and promote to the other operation or other factory or other countries. So that is what I come up the idea we call the digital Kaizen. Once we have the AI digital transformation, definitely we convert this Kaizen to digital Kaizen. The concept will be the same. However, we need to continuously integrate information-related man, machine, material, method, environment, safety, hygiene, health, system, and the digital to the process. Then we need to make digital improvement tool intelligent and widespread to achieve higher accessibility, real-time analysis, and collaborations. Then the last one, use those analytical results to provide automatic operational support, early warning, and smart decision making. This is how I designed the digital Kaizen, RWA AI, and data digital transformation ongoing. Of course, when you talk about Kaizen, you talk about in the strategic level and also in the operation level. And I will show you one of the video, the case study I used to show our students what is the digital Kaizen look like.
Today, Grandpa will tell you a story about the honeybee.
When spring comes, flowers are in full bloom. The honeybee has to fly from buckets to gardens, back and forth in order to pollinate their crops. However, she has many problems. These problems bother her every day. Actually, our industrial engineers meet the same problems as the honeybee when they are dealing with patching by SMT in some electronics.
This case is a SMT operation.
The job is accomplished by a mid-speed machine and a general-purpose machine with a two-faced double-joint board having 1,036 patches. Before now, patching is done by a CPS process.
And I believe directly when you visit our user operation, you probably see
feeder position optimization,
SMT
2, number of feeders for each holder, and 3, patch route optimization.
First, let us focus on the problem of pouch route optimization. In fact, the problem is about determining the honeybee's pollinating route, or about the patch route optimization with SMT, mid-speed machines, and general-purpose machines. They are both TSP, traveling salesman problems.
And TSP is very common use now in the AI.
Algorithm TSP is the best solution for multiple perspectives. The problem is how to find the shortest route.
There are many cities. The one traveler starts from one city and returns to the city where he started, but he needs to go through all cities.
After analyzing and classifying parts of the baseboard according to their number and size corresponding holder types and machine types from SMT, we set up an equation by means of an analog annealing algorithm to find out the shortest route.
Through simulation testing and the comparison between CPS optimization and TSP optimization, we found that the route optimized by TSP has no backtracking over a route already covered, thus providing the optimal route.
It really saves me a lot of effort for making honey with this method, but how can I find out the shortest route for flying back and forth with a limited capacity bucket?
Let's go find out the answer. To find an optimal route, we also consider two key factors. 1, optimal feeder position, and 2, the feed-in quantity of the holder. Also to the honeybee pollinating, what we have done is to find the shortest route, with the wanted flowers being of a common variety in a centralized area with limited capacities. We set an objective equation through the mathematics model and used genetic algorithms to solve it. Let us now turn to genetic algorithms. Genetic algorithms, abbreviated as GA, which are a kind of algorithms that are quite suited to the current situation, can optimize the process of searching for probability. They are formed by simulating the hereditary and the evolutionary course of living beings in a natural environment. A GA regards the possible solution in the question area as one individual or chromosome of the colony and encodes each individual with a simple string. We We encoded the CPS procedure to follow the colony code of the primitive gene operated repeatedly on the colony according to genetics, selections, cross-breedings, and mutation, which selects the superior and eliminates the inferior, thus optimizing the colony continuously until we reach a final condition. Then we calculated the solution with GA, allowing us to find the best feeder position, feed-in quantity of the holder, and the optimal path route. After implementing the solution successfully, bottleneck time for the mid-speed machine and general purpose mid-machine dropped from 28.2 seconds to 24.1 seconds.
Oh, using GA for the same colored flowers in a centralized area, I can find a better route even with limited container capacity.
Continue studying.
At this moment, the bottleneck is transferred to the printing machine by the flow process analysis. The printing machine is the first step in an SMT procedure.
Before now, problems with the printing machine lay in 1. Printing procedure work takes a long time. 2. Channeling into the track also takes a long time and may cause the patch transportation time to last too long. To deal with a long channeling time, we added a buffer that reduces the transportation time effectively when the patch comes to the printing machine. For the long printing procedure work time, we adjusted corresponding parameters and verified the mutual influence between printing procedure parameters and baseboard quality using DOE experiment tactics. In the actual operation, we used DOE and found a little mutual influence, so we can choose a reasonable quality level to revise the parameters. In this way, the takt time of the printing workstation has now dropped from 27.9 seconds to 23.3 seconds.
Let me have some honey after a hard day's work of learning so much IE knowledge. Yucky, it doesn't taste good.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's yesterday's honey. Now that I've learned DOE testing techniques, I can choose the optimal parameter and brew honey after considering buckets ventilation, temperature control time of honey brewing, and classification of honey.
She optimized the pollinating and honeying route and brewed the best honey. See how important it is to be an IE knowledgeable honeybee?
Grandpa, when I grow up, I will be a smart and a hard-working honeybee with IE knowledge.
Well, this just show you the one of the teaching material we use for our students to learn the concept for digital Kaizen and how to utilize those algorithms or the theory we have teach. And this is our online training development platform. We call the Foxconn. In Chinese, we call 复学宝典. Is to help our learning and development and actually provide real learning, real training, real experimentation, and real job application. It's also provide the housekeepers for our employer. Everyone have their own profile. You can know what you have learned and what you did not. And this is our real-time dashboard. For example, I can turn on my iPhone. I can see who is learning which course in where. So this is our, our real-time dashboard. And just like I show you on the videos, we have all the our teaching material convert into our online platform. For example, for the Lean and IE, we have divided into the 6 different categories. We have more than 360 courses, and currently we have more than 4.3 million participants to learn this. And within the book, Why Digital Transformation Fail by Tony Zadana, he said, AI is powerless without data. That's why the Foxconn will believe we have a great advantage because we have a scenario and an enormous of data. And do not automate poorly designed process. Clean up and then expand automation to include judgmental tasks. This is why we believe this is the foundation of digital transformation and AI. In order to help our colleagues to improve their the AI data science literacy, we also have more than 314 courses and divide 8 different categories. For example, AI foundations and AI in the machine learning, deep learning algorithms, and bio optimization algorithms, etc. So you can see we have all the difficult algorithms have been commercialized or democratized into a carton base. So even our high school educated operator, they can learn it. What is AI? So those are the cartoon is the course we developed by ourselves. And we also have recommendations to different layer of our home food series. For example, new graduate. We suggest those 6 courses in the year 2025. Like get started with ChatGPT, then how to discover AI large model application scenario in enterprise, how to learn how to have ChatGPT prompt engineer, etc. So we say Foxconn employees are really lucky. We have all the ingredients, all the script for them to continue to develop. And thank you again to invite me to this important event, just like a couple. And before I end this one, I have a very short video to show you what Jacob is doing now.
Attract and retain talented individuals is the foundation for ambitious and far-reaching goals. Because of excellence, talent is able to coalesce. Hence, we are so unique. Dreams are the driving force of creation. We adhere to the fundamental principles of the company. We uphold the mission of the group. We showcase the brilliance of the enterprise. Like a great bird soaring 1,000 miles, we extend our layout in all directions. Embracing all rivers, we gather happily together. Cultivate self-improvement, integrate knowledge with action, and promote the concept of passing on knowledge and helping others. Tailor-made, integrating theory with practice, the spirit of broad expertise and specialized skills is echoing here. Prepare for the future and keep pace with the footsteps of the new era. Sharpening the sword and feeding the horse, always gathering the energy of challengers. discard old beliefs, and let us break before we build. When knowledge is applied in practice, our aspirations can be fulfilled. Be a gardener religiously, instilling positive energy into those who move forward. Trigger new thinking, infusing everything with vitality. The baptism of knowledge makes us wiser. The tempering of will strengthens us even more. Donning armor, we are no longer the same as before. Stepping onto the stage amidst eager anticipation, we always shine brightly. With aspirations to reach 1,000 miles, we are building a pair of powerful wings. Standing on the shoulders of giants, we are ready to spread our wings and soar. We need the nourishment of knowledge to have the power to fly. Now that the direction is known, we will safeguard your journey forward in the best way possible. Expertise is the tool to simplify complexity, making the cumbersome simple and everything streamlined. Knowledge is a breath of fresh air. We always believe that the broader the dissemination of knowledge, the greater our responsibility. The past endowed us with wisdom. Now we must repay it with sustenance. As we step into the sacred hall that nurtures the future, it surely bears the semblance of tomorrow. The needs of all employees are the direction of our efforts, and putting people first is our everlasting belief. The progress of the times requires us to shoulder more responsibilities. To become advocates of the new era, we must be practitioners. We gather every vapor drop, condensing them into a river. We channel the flow and embrace all rivers. We open our hearts, beckoning friends and companions. We cultivate virtues through actions, becoming integral parts of them. For the grand plan of the century, education takes the lead. The beauty of the future requires the collective creation of you and me.